Hello and welcome back to my videos. In this video it's about the project SocketChat, and in this session I will show how we can having the dynamic using of rooms. So when a user wants to change from lobby chat room to members chat room, then it will change it based on the database, and then we can make the default room. So when a user connect to the chat, then it will getting into the default chat room. And then on the right hand I can change the view here. On the right hand you have online people. This will be updated based when we change a room. You can see right now it doesn't matter which room we're on, then we have still 4 people, and this is not changing the little counter here, and we'll fix this too. The most of this video is based in Python, but of course we will create a little bit in the Vue because it's a little bit UI changing, but the most of this video is coding in Python. So let's starting and creating the first function. We need in the library to create one file. This file we want to call rooms, and in this file the purpose is to have anything about the rooms. So we need to going from the library and import the users because we need get the room users count based on the room. So we need this for now, and then we need a function called getAll, and we need a connection. Default is none, and then we need to pass it because we don't want anything right now. Then we going back for the users inside here, and the user we need a little change up here on the connect because we want to change a little bit in the application. So what we want here, it's going down here and return something we have from the app Pi. We have it when the users connect, it's up here, disconnect, connect. Then we're going down and we need the user single client here. We need this out, and we're going let's call it here missing content, and then we're going back for the user because we only need this return get single user data, and the connection should be the connect, and the request is still the session ID we have. Return spelling wrong, and the request session ID is coming from the request inside, and make enter here to make it more readable. Sorry, this way. And then we're going back to the app here, and then we have the user connect and user data is equal to this one, and dump it inside here. And we need more inside here, but I will come in for this. We need to going back to the rooms and continue the function to build it up. So let's say the rooms data is equal to the connection, and then we need the rooms to find. We need all the rooms from the database out, and the data we want to return is nothing here. The default room should be none, and then for room in rooms is equal to rooms data, sorry, and then we want to pass it inside here, and we want to build a return here, and the return should have the data from data, and then we need the default. default and default room. We will change the default room inside here later. So let's go in for the Mongo database client here, and the collection we need to create one, and for this we call it rooms, and inside rooms we need to create two rooms. We need the lobby chat room and the member chat room. We want to call it a name, lobby chat room, and we should be, the default should be true, because this is the default room, but I need to see about I'm spelling the default right. Yes, it's correct. We copy this and save it, the first room here, and then we insert one document more, and this should be false, and we call it members chat room. So now we have the chat rooms created and can continue here to the users about the chat rooms. And we need one here to the room called online people. So online, and in the beginning we just put 0 inside, and then we say data append, and we just append the room. That's fine. So if room default, then default room here should be string and room ID. This should return anything we need. So if you're going back for the users, because what we need to build now, it's the counter about the users, so we can see how many users did we have in every single room based on the room ID. So going back for the users here, and what we want to build below here, it's I think it's change room, get room users. Yeah, I think it's better to build it here. Def get room users count, and we have a connection inside, and we say default is none, and which room we want to check should be none, and we want to see count online users is equal to the connections online users, and we need to count document, and the rules for this is the room for the room ID, and then we need to say it's none. We expect the users doesn't disconnect it. We have to disconnect it from the previous video, so that's what we use here. And then we return it and copy this, and going back to the rooms, and you will remember here we have a library import users. So what we can do here is just say users, this one, and the connection should be the connection, and the room should be the room room ID, sorry, the string, and then we have the count. So now we have the basic stuff of the functions we have created. We have the get all from the rooms, and then we have changed a little bit inside the users here. We have changed so we get a single user data when the users get connected. So when we have connected the user, we return the data again, so it doesn't be delayed. And then we have going down and creating the function called get room user count. So what we need to do now, it's going for the app.py, so we can make all the changes inside before we're going for the UI interface. So let's building the part of the code where the user need to get the rooms. So let's say emit get rooms, and what we want to dump here, it's the should be the data rooms. We don't have this yet, and then the data here, and then we copy basically broadcast room and everything here and put it inside here. And the data rooms we need to get after we have the Mongo connection here, and then we need to rooms get all, and then we have the connection here with Mongo connection, and the rooms should coming up here and say import rooms, and we can scroll down again. We don't need room anymore because we will change the default room, from the rooms here. So let's say the default room is equal to this one and default. So it's taking the default room out and place it into the variable called default room, and then we can say remove this and global visitor count and users online. Should we? No, we don't use this, and we can remove this too. Default room should be replaced by room, and you need to find it anywhere you use it. So I hope I remember anywhere, but we will see that when we coming for the UI interface. But I think that's all, and make it enter here. Let's see what we need now. We only need the client here when the client joined the room, and what we need here, it's a little bit about get the rooms, get all the rooms when you change the room, and then broadcast it to the previous room and to the new room with the user online, based on the users online in the exact room. But I think maybe we can wait for this a little bit, and going for the UI interface, so we don't forget this. So let's go in here, and you will see if you're going for the application now, we'll probably get a small issues. No, everything is running fine. Okay, but it's always two people. So let's going back for the UI interface. The first area we want to touch, this will be available chat rooms. So we want to scroll down here, and what we need, it's down here. We copy this and replace it and say get rooms. That's what we want, and we will call it available rooms data is equal to the socket pass data, and then we will call it available rooms here and put it out here and call it available room so we can see it. And then we want to replace, we need to remove this later, but let's keep this one so we can see what's happening here. User public data is not defined, So we have already a bug. That's perfect. Then we go. So everything is good, and embeddable rooms, you can see default is true, name, and online is false. And if you're going for the second room, it's the default false, name is members chat room, and 0 people is online. If I'm going for the other one and join it and reload here, then we should have 1 online. No, so something is still wrong here, but 3 and 0, and that's fine. Let's continue for the UI. We want to the user embeddable rooms. It's up to the connect here. User room, and we need the user room here, and then we want if the user's room is equal to room. Yes, that's fine. And then we need to go up here and say rooms with user room, and I think we need to remove the user list and call it embeddable. Whoops. Embeddable rooms is equal to this, and we can go down and copy this and remove the rooms. We don't need that anymore. And coming up and say this is correct. And we only want to show the chat rooms if the embeddable rooms is found. And socket join chat room is equal to this. Yes, and if you're going back, you will see the errors will come here because it's identifying null objects. We're going back for the UI and going for the chat room. In the chat room, we need a little bit more. This one should be changed, but first we want to change the user list with the property here we have creating it, and the room we want to say with this function selected room return this room, and then we need to go up here and I just copy this and close it and say v4 and r index in this embeddable rooms where the key is equal to r id and then the OID from Mongo. That's the ID on the object. And then we need the budgets. Need the name of it. Should be R is equal to the name. And then the budgets here, dark. If this one, the only thing I need inside here is online, and then we need the copy activity, going up here and say this room is equal to lobby. That's not correct. We need the ID from the database, and room doesn't exist, not inside here. If you try to use this room, you will get in a weird error. I really don't know why, but you can use to compute it and then it will work. And then we need the onClick here, and the lobby is not correct, so what we want to do here is again, and yeah, then we basically need to move this a little bit. I'm making a little mistake. Copy this, and then we need the blist group item, and inside this we have it. Yes, and we should be able to remove this. And I basically think it would be better to copy this inside here. I think that's the UI, and remove the div tags and see what's happening. Yeah, we have the rooms now. You can see we can change the rooms, and it's working pretty well. We still need the count here, but that's because we don't change when something happening when we change the room, and the online here is still not working perfectly as we want, but that's what we want to build now. So let's going back for the Python editor. Now we are back in the Python editor, and you should be sure you are in the app.py. That's where it's happening, and you need to go for the client join room function, and now we can do the last magic and make a new here. And what we want to do now, it's copy this and call it the user online public data, and that's what we want. The same here. I know this function will be different, and then we need the get rooms. We can go up here and check the rooms data here, get single user data. That's not what we want. We need go up here, rooms data, and going down and copy this inside, and I want to broadcast it to the go-to room. So that's what we want, and basically we want to publish to the leave room too. So when you change the room, every users from the previous room you're going from and to will get updated the room list in the left side, this side. And then we want to update the right corner based on the user, because you're moving from one room to another room. Then we need to sending the update data from the previous room to the new room and back again. So you will move away from the right corner, and that's why we have the user online public data. Inside here we can use user and get room users inside here, and that's it. We need this one too, and copy it here and save it. Then we should be enabled to work without any problems. So let's play around with it. And we already have problems now. I've seen that before, so let's see what's happening here. I'm going back for the room data again, and okay, yeah, that's why. Get rooms meaning you need to the data, else we will get the error here. I need around it here. Whoops. I'll close the server. Why? Syntax error, that's fine. And then we're going back here and reload it. Let's see what happening if I change it 4. You can see 2023, and we're going for the Mongo here and say users online. I want to delete all my users, and now we only have 1 and 2. This count is not perfect, so you can go on back and see how it's working now. And the chat is working. We say hello world, and we can send it here, and the other users see it. So that's perfect. Where's the hello world? Let's see hello world again, and see the other one is seeing it and jumping and back. Okay, here we go. Perfect, it's working. So thank you for watching this video. Always, you can find my code on GitHub on my project. If you found some bugs or you have feedbacks, please follow me on GitHub and post the bugs you found so I can fix it and making the video. Of course, you will get credit for that. I will show it in my video that you have found the bug. And thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you want to subscribe my channel. You can press the ding in the right corner below. And if you have a feedback, you can post the comments. I will be happy to answer you. And of course, make it a like and share it with your friends. Thank you so much for your time. Hope to see you next time I create a video about my project here and other videos I create. Thank you so much for your time, and remember to subscribe in the right corner and the ding below. Thank you.